Alright, today is November 19th, 2025, and right now it's 10:42 p.m. So, today was oh, sorry. Today I'm gonna talk about a guy that I used to know. But I will first go over how my day was today. Um, okay, let's um let's set some goals for today first. So, I want to try to start working on the sand timer project for my base. So I think I'm gonna gather some wood firstly for the base of the timer, and then I'll probably grab some glass or sand as well. Obviously, um, you need sand for glass. But so first thing I'm gonna talk about today is just like I said, how it went. Um, Today was interesting. Um, it started off okay, and then it kind of came crashing down for like an hour or two, and then we're here now, and it's kind of back up, kind of, or you know what I mean. But um, yeah, it was interesting, and let me see if I have any string because I do want to get a lead for my camel. No, I'm gonna go to caves to get string, but basically, um, so I wake up today, and today's Wednesday. It's just a regular school day, I nothing special about when I woke up this morning. First period, okay. I have something to say about first period this time because I am ever so slightly pissed off. Because like I said, my first period is engineering, and I am doing this project where we design a castle. But the thing that I forgot to say is that it's a group project. So it's a group project between tables, and our class is small, so it's just me and this Indian guy. And I know this Indian guy, like not like well, he's just like a classmate level friend to me, but like he's not like I don't know him like we're like best buds or anything. But how did I feel that anyway? Like I was saying, he it's just he's not. It's not like he's doing nothing. He's doing stuff, but he's just doing it very minimally. Like he's not putting in any effort. Mm, Basically, we've been working on this for probably like frick. Oh, I hate cave spiders so much. Got locked in. Anyway, like I was saying, he we've been working on this project for a few days now already, and I've been doing most of the work, that's for sure. And whenever I tell him to do something, he gives me like an attitude. Like it's not like outright he's like angry at me, but he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it." Yeah, and then he starts doing it, but he does it so half-assed. Like it's just like he's not even like trying. Like he wants us to fail or something. And then after that, I'm like, "Dude, come on, you got to put in a little bit more effort." And he's like, "What do you mean? I'm doing it." I'm like, "Oh, I." He's like, "I did this part, you did that part," and I'm like, "Okay, but my part is definitely it took me longer. Sorry, it I did a lot more than you did." And he was like, "No, but it took the same amount of time." You want to know why? It took the same amount of time for me to do probably almost two times the work as him? Because he was like purposely stalling it. I asked him to color, and he like slowly colors section by section, filling every single white space. And that's not a requirement, by the way. So I'm like, okay, I guess. It just pisses me off. Because, I mean, even not that only, but sometimes he'll just stop doing the work and then he'll just go talk to a guy for a bit. And then 5 or 10 minutes later, he'll come back and then he'll start doing the works really slow again. I mean, I'm not like super pissed at him, but like, come on, dude, seriously. And it's not really like the level where I'm gonna like snitch on him. So, oh, I need one more string. Okay, but anyway, that's first period. Second period, um, nothing interesting. Third period, nothing interesting again. We had to do work today. Well, that was pretty scary, because usually we just do nothing. So quite frightening that we had to use our brains today in third period. Um, fourth period, PE, nothing interesting either. I had cardio today. Luckily, not treadmill again. I had a fan bike today, and I was just talking to the guy next to me about Minecraft. It was pretty. It was nice talking to him, I guess. But he's also just like a classmate level friend. Fifth period, math review day, because we have a bloody test tomorrow. So yeah, nothing interesting there either. Sixth period, same old, same old. Yeah, school is pretty boring today. Not much really. But talking about math, I will talk about something related to math later. But okay. So that concludes my school day. I do some homework at school because they have this thing called the homework center. It's basically literally just like a quiet space for you to do whatever. I mean, they expect you to be doing something academic, but they really don't enforce it very well. I mean, if they catch you, if they catch you playing games or something, they'll say like, "Oh, don't do that." But like, they're not like a watchdog or anything. They're like scouting around. Anyway, so I get back home. Um, I do end up being a little bit more locked into. Actually, no. No, actually. I think I immediately take a break and then end up wasting a bunch of time again. And then I did rest of my math homework, did some practice questions for the test tomorrow, and hopefully that goes well. But something that did happen as I was about to study was my damn headphones. My freaking bloody headphones just snapped. I they just they just snapped. They just broke. But the audio still works, but it's not a perfect fit on my head anymore because it snapped. So now one of the pieces are loose, and I tried taping it together, and it still doesn't fit on my head. So I'm no longer using those headphones. I am still, however, using headphones. My dad was like, "Okay, whatever. I'll just let you use my old headphones I don't use anymore." And it's going pretty well so far. The only complaint I have is the audio isn't as loud, and the noise canceling isn't the way it has noise canceling. Actually, my old ones didn't have noise canceling, but for some reason I can just hear myself when I talk more than when I wear the old ones. But I mean, beggars can't be choosers, so whatever. And I did have like a mini crash out because a really good friend of mine was kind of he's been saying okay, like on Discord, like when I've been just kind of um I don't know how to explain this, but basically I kind of felt like he was rage baiting me because when I told them that my headphones broke and he just said okay, and I kind of took that as like he was like rage baiting me, and he was saying like, okay, that doesn't really matter, and I kind of had a crash out for about 5 minutes, and then I was like, meh, and then I went back to normal. Well, I after my headphone snapped, I did feel like I felt less motivated, cause I don't know, it just made the day kind of worse, cause it just like sucks. I mean, at least they were like hand me downs from like a distant cousin I have in Indonesia, but like, you know, it just sucks. But technically, did I lose any money? Because I wasn't the one who bought them. They were. my cousins, my distant cousins, and then he just gave it to me. So I don't know. I don't know. The ironic thing about the headphones is that the ones that I'm using right now, I used to use back in COVID when I was like younger, and I absolutely wrecked these headphones, dude. The padding came off, and you could hear what someone was listening to, which defeats the whole purpose. And uh, I just at some point I just stopped using headphones for a while, and then I went to Dave and Buster's for a birthday party. Oh my god, are you actually kidding me? It's five string, not four. I went to Dave and Buster's for a birthday party one time, and my friends were like, "Bro, you don't have like headphones or anything?" And I was like, "Yeah." So they chipped in some points and helped me buy a quote unquote gaming headset. The only gaming gaming parts about it were that it was RGB, which is entirely a visual thing, and it had a mic. And at first, my standards were like pretty low because I wasn't expecting like top notch audio, and the audio did sound pretty good to me. But then my dad came up to me. Oh yeah, by the way, I ended up chewing the mic on that thing so bad it just completely stopped functioning. So that sucks. And then one day my dad came up to me and it was like, "Okay, so we have your cousin A. I'm just gonna call him cousin A. We have your cousin A's stuff that he asked us to collect for him when he moved back to Indonesia, and he just told us that he's not gonna you that we can have it and he's not gonna take it back. So he had headphones, and I think you probably want these because your headphones kind of look lousy. I mean, you got them at Dave and Buster's, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. So I tried them, and the quality was like two times better. It had a mic, but it wasn't connected to the earpiece, but that was still fine. Like, I cared a lot more about the audio quality. And I used those headphones for about a year, and today they just broke. So now I'm using the headphones that I wrecked during COVID when I was younger. And my dad got the pads on these fixed like about a year ago. But anyway, that is a tangent. Um, I studied for my math test after resolving the headphone thing, ate dinner, played some Roblox, and then here we are now. I'm recording this at like 11. So, interesting day. Actually, no, I can't. It's not really interesting, but like, I got a message. Let me see. Okay, nothing important. Anyway, um, yeah, that that concludes the my day portion, you could say. So next up, I'm going to talk about the main focus of the video, the Z-Man. The Z-Man. He look. He obviously he just pulled a Goku on me. Goddamn. Okay. Anyway, the Z-Man. So this is a story that dates back, or no, starts when I first moved to where I am right now. Um, it was fourth grade, and I had just moved from one neighborhood to another, and I'm going to this school, and I'm like, okay, I guess hopefully I can make friends pretty quick, and I do. I do make friends pretty quick because of this guy, and I stuck with those friends for a while. Actually, technically, it wasn't really a bio. They only lasted like until fifth grade, and then I got like a new set of main friends. Cause like I still talk to the other friends. It's just like I don't talk to them as much as I do current friends. But anyway, I meet a new set of friends, and in this, and but this said group of friends, it's not at all related to the Z-Man because that was just me settling into fourth grade in a new school. The Z-Man comes in about late fourth grade. The year is close to ending, and I start hearing about this guy. And, you know, I'd seen him around the school a few times. I mean, he was pretty well liked, actually. And, I'm obviously not going to say his name, but I will refer to him as the Z Man. And the Z Man, I hear of him, but I've never talked to him fourth grade. And then, um, fifth grade comes around. I'm excited. Um, and then the Z Man, he's in my class. I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting because I heard he's a good guy. And he is. He is a good guy, or he was a good guy, in my opinion. So fifth grade goes by, and me and the Z Man talk a bit. And he was a good guy. Like I actually enjoyed talking to him, and we actually he introduced me to games. Already had some games in common, and apparently one of my friends that I already knew was already friends with the Z Man, and so we become friends, me and the Z Man. And it was pretty nice talking to him actually. I really did enjoy talking with the Z Man because he was a really good guy. And then sixth grade came, and I just stopped talking to the Z Man because we really didn't have any classes together. And sixth grade is kind of like a gap in the Z Man story. But basically, we skip to seventh grade, and this is where the story gets interesting. So the Z Man, this seventh grade is kind of sixth grade is kind of when I start getting more active on Discord in order to talk with my friends. Because sixth grade is where I established the friend group that I have right now, and in order to communicate with them outside of school, I use Discord because that's the thing that they mainly use, and I think that's also how we became main friends because I was able to talk with them outside of school. Whereas with the other group, it was exclusively at school because they didn't have Discord. But anyway, um, the group starts getting larger. Like at first it was like just us, and then we start adding some more secondary friends. Or their other primary friends, but now we've established that we are like the primary friends. And one of these maybe primary friends, I don't know if he's considered a secondary or primary friend to him. I'm pretty sure it's a primary, but not like a primary. One of my friends invites the Z Man to our group. And I was like, yo, I get to talk to the Z Man again. Let's go. We had like a pretty good reputation with each other or relationship with each other back in fifth grade. It's gonna be nice talking to him again after not talking to him for like a year, i.e. sixth grade. But wait, I just realized is this even the right wood? Let me actually go get some Savannah wood. And the Z Man, at first he's like the same guy that I knew back in sixth grade or fifth grade. He's funny, he's chill, he's grounded. But then one day he just pulls like an actual jerk move. Like it was a pretty small thing, but it annoyed me and this other friend who goes to a different school, but he's still like in our group. It annoys us. We were just playing a game, and then he just started jumping us, and we told him stop jumping us, and he was like, No, and it was just shocking. 'Cause, like I never seen him act such like a jerk before. So we I don't know why. I don't remember anymore why, but for some reason that made us decide to change our GC into a server. So nowadays we primarily use that server to talk. And we sorry. Okay, sure. That yeah, that's the right word actually, I think. Um and I don't know what that did. I don't know why we thought that was a good idea. I don't know what we thought that would solve because we invited the Z-Man there anyway. But yeah, so we established that server. And things are good for a while. Um there's this other guy. Um he I was good friends. I would not say per se good, but I was like pretty okay friends with him, and I invited him to the server. That was a whole other fiasco because I mean, all of my other friends didn't like him because he was kind of unhinged. I mean, I still talk to him, just not as much because obviously, he's not part of my main group anymore. Well, I don't think he ever really was, but I don't really talk to him online anymore, or for a matter of fact, in school that much anymore. But you know, sorry, let me drink water real quick. Yeah, that was a whole other thing. I'm not gonna talk about that. But then one day, the Z Man, he just like transforms or something. Like he just one day he's like an ultra jerk. I know it sounds ridiculous to say ultra jerk, but I'm trying not to swear. I trust me, I swear a lot more than I do in these videos, and I don't swear at all in these videos. I try not to. At least like a serious actual swear, but like just turns into a jerk one day, and the the it sorry, what was I gonna say? The earliest and instance of this I can remember is that me and him we were we were playing with the mutual friend who invited him to the GC, and we were just kind of like dogging on him. Like we were just kind of like playing Your Bizarre Adventure and just beating him up over and over again. And honestly, it was kind of it was kind of inconsiderate, honestly. Because after that, he left the call and he got kind of sad because he I don't remember, but apparently he told us to stop, and we just kept beating him up. And he just didn't want to play with us anymore at that time. So I apologized, but the Z Man's like, it's just a game. Why be such a baby about it? I was like, okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but he told you to stop, so why don't you just apologize? Like, own up and just apologize about it. And the Z Man is like, no, you guys are just being immature babies. I was like, bro, are you actually serious right now? I didn't think of it as much. I was like, okay. I mean, I guess that was just like a one time thing. A few months pass, and then the entire server just starts to notice that the Z-Man is getting really toxic. Like, there's this one of my friends, nicest guy I know, mature, responsible, and he really likes Jujutsu Kaisen. And he's talking about it one day, and the Z-Man is like, bro, shut up. Is there anything that you can do but talk about that show? I was just It kind of pissed me off a little bit because, like, what did he do to you? He's just talking about his favorite show. Shut up. And we didn't say it in VC, but me, and the other friend, we messaged each other. He was just being a total jerk to Z man. You know, we both agreed because literally didn't my other friend did nothing to him. Just talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. It was like, shut up. And then other other incidents. Um, I don't remember the other incidents very well, but like, it's funny I'm calling them incidents because it's kind of it's I sound like I'm treating it um so formally, but the I kind of treat it like that because nowadays when I look back at it, I hate the Z Man so much, but I'll talk about that later. So yeah, he's just starting to get really toxic, this guy, and he's like he never apologizes and he just keeps getting banned from the server, and I really wish I didn't do this, but once I vouched for him to be unbanned because I think he said the N-word, and I was like, okay, I talked to my friend who owned the server. I was like, come on, just give him another chance, unban him. Wish I didn't do that. Anyway, he just gets super toxic, and here's the thing. Here is why I hate him so much. Every time he does something wrong, every time he has another one of his like immature like crash outs because he thinks we're being immature, and every time we tell him exactly what he did wrong, why exactly why he is in the wrong, and every single time he just says, "You guys are wrong. I'm right, and I don't want to apologize." And we gave him so many of these chances, so many, and every single time he was like, "Nope, I'm right. I'm not apologizing. You guys are wrong. You're just immature babies." And eventually it just starts getting so bad, we just ban him. And the right before he got banned, he was genuinely starting to piss me off. But then, before I was about to crash out, I just said, okay, no matter how much you argue with him, the facts have already shown he's not going to change. He's not gonna, he takes every new chance he gets for granted. So, I decide not to entertain him anymore. And then he gets banned. Probably like 10 minutes later after I have that realization. And then, it was really disappointing because, you know, the Z-Man, he was a really good guy, you know. I had a lot of fun times with him. He gifted me stuff, and you know, I mean, I'm gonna give credit where it's due. He was a good guy, you know. We had a lot of fun moments together. He showed up to my birthday party. You know, I couldn't make it to his, but I really wanted to go because it did mean something to me. But it was just such on a short notice that I couldn't go. And then one day he just turned into his jerk, this unrecognizable jerk. And it was like every chance he was given, every chance we gave him to correct himself, he took it for granted. So after he gets banned, I decided to cut all ties with him because obviously it's not going anywhere. Okay, I just at this point I'm genuinely starting to hate him, and that brings us to today. You know, I cut him off about like a year ago now, maybe 10 months. But yeah. Now, okay, I'm gonna do the post reflection now. So right now, the present, I have second period with him. And I'm gonna be completely honest, it pisses me off so much when I see him. When I look him in the eyes, I get genuinely furious. Like not furious like an enraged, but like I just feel like angry. And then we were on a school trip one time and I accidentally brushed his jacket. My arm brushed his jacket and I felt genuinely disgusted when I touched him. Genuinely. Cause I'm I have no right to be sharing his personal issues, but he would always complain about how his like brother would control him and stuff. But I don't care how like like he would always like his brother would always like jump into calls and like be really rude to him. I don't care how much your brother bullies you. I don't care how much your brother abuses you. That does not give you the right to be such a jerk. Okay? And it doesn't. I don't I don't care. Like I wouldn't even care if his family like beat him. That didn't give him the right to suddenly just be a jerk. And that friend who originally invited him to the group chat, he asked me one day if I still have a grudge on him. You know damn well I still have a grudge on him. And he was like, "Why? Just forgive him. That was a long time ago. He must have changed by now." And I'm like, "No. We gave him over 10 times to change in the past. He took each and every one of those chances for granted. So, logically, who says he would have changed now? I will hold that grudge till the end of my life. I swear. I don't forgive very easily. Honestly, it's kind of a bad thing because sometimes it just gets petty. But, like, this is a grudge I would genuinely remember until the very day that I'm on my deathbed. Because I just hate this guy so damn much. Yeah, that is about it for the Z-Man story. So summary, I guess. Um, I met this guy in fourth grade. Or no, met this guy in fifth grade. He was a good guy. Turned into a jerk in seventh grade. Cut him off. Still hate him to this day. Don't care how much pain he goes through doesn't give him the right to be a jerk. Will hold a grudge until I die. That is everything I have to say for the story of the Z-Man. You know, um, I think I have enough wood for the build now. So, I mean, evidently we didn't gather any sand for today. I think tomorrow, um, I'm probably gonna go mining, maybe for diamonds, so I can get an enchanting table, because I seriously do not want to be getting all that sand with an unenchanted shovel. That's just gonna suck. It's gonna take a long time, and frankly, it is not gonna be an interesting video, is it? Then again, you are just here. Well, maybe some of you are just here to hear me talk about, my problems and stuff. Because I mean, it's likely, like I said last time, that this is just in the background. I mean, you may not even be listening right now, but yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that is. I just still think about the Z-Man to this day, but I don't think about how many the good times we had anymore. I just think about how much I damn hate him, because I seriously hate him so much. I hate him. Okay, with every atom in my body. I hate that guy. And like again, genuinely disgusted me when I touched him. And I was so angry when I looked at him. But it's probably clear that I am probably holding this grudge way too exaggerated. And I mean, I understand. I understand, but I don't know. I just can't stop myself from hating him so much. I hate him. Like, but I think you get the point now. You don't need to keep hearing me talk about how I hate this random guy so much, the Z man. But yeah, that is today's video, story of the Z man. All right, next episode. Oh, sorry. Let me just make it a day, and then I'm gonna talk about damn it. Oh, I just re Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, dude. How much health is he at? Oh, I didn't do that much damage. Oh, okay, fine. Anyway, um, let me just pull up the comment from last video because there was a name suggestion um for the name of my dog and my camel. So, what do you guys think for of the dog is named Polly and the camel's named Fred? Yeah, just give me some of your thoughts on that. By the way, um, I adjusted my mic settings because a Big Birdie, only my friends will understand why I'm saying Big Birdie, told me that my mic is too low. And, I have been reviewing my videos with headphones on, so it makes sense that I wouldn't realize my mic is quite low. So, I did adjust my mic volume. It's 33.99% louder now, or maybe it was 36.99%. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Yes, I did the calculations. Yeah, it should be louder now. And then I think I adjusted the on OBS. I adjusted the Minecraft volume a little bit. If you guys do wanna hear the Minecraft music a bit louder, just give me some feedback, and I will happily make it louder if that's what you guys want. Anyway, yeah, that's the story of the Z-Man, and yeah, that's it for today's episode, or not episode, vlog. But thanks for watching, and especially thanks for listening if you were. All right, bye.